2023 will more than likely be remembered as a really good year for gaming. Month after month, the hits kept on coming. Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, and so on. Having so many great games on the table in one year is really just incredible, but it comes with one unfortunate particular downside. A lot of smaller games are more than likely going to wind up getting hardcore overshadowed, and that brings us to Party Animals, a game that my loving fiance had told me about wanting to play that I was really dragging my feet on. After all, I already have my super grind-heavy main game, my almost as grindy side piece game, and my Game of the Year contender Please Help Me I Can't Stop Playing It's Really, Really Good game. Adding more onto the pile is hard, and as mentioned before, we already have such great options to choose from. At best, I assumed that Party Animals would be the latest installment in a long-standing family of games. A small, silly game that I pick up for maybe just one fun night with the gang, then never touch again. Ah! 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 Help! Help! I will protect. Ah! Oh, yeah! Pull it. Pull it. Let's just go.
Let's go.
I have a present for you. Nerd, go! Oh, it's so free! It's free!
I'm dead. Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh. 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 Help, 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 help. Holy shit, I've never been so happy to be wrong. I am oddly, inexplicably, stupidly obsessed with this game to the point where I strongly feel that this may have been the best $20 gaming-related investment I've ever made in my life. Now, I'm not here to tell you why you gotta drop any other Game of the Year contender and instead pick up this. I'm also not here to tell you why Party Animals might win Game of the Year, because it won't, nor should it. I'm simply here to tell you about my love for a game that realistically will more than likely get lost in an ocean of incredible AAA titles. And without further ado, Party Animals, the best game you will probably never play. Party Animals is a ragdoll physics brawler where you can pick from a wide variety of adorable fluffy critters with Fall Guys-esque body types. You can punch, jump, kick, headbutt, grab, throw, and use weapons. That's it. No complicated combos you need to memorize. No different character stats, no unique powers or abilities, no ultra meter, no ranking system, no grinding, no endgame, no nothing. And yet, I want to fire up this game with the homies almost every night. I want to unlock different funny skins and wear them while I punch people. I want to make tier lists for my favorite maps and explain them on stream. I want to fire up matchmaking and go for the dub like my life depends on it. This is a small-scale game done right. Make no mistake though, this game won't be for everyone. If you're a solo gamer, you're probably going to be better off swinging around Manhattan or just trying to bang hot mythological strong mommies down by the river during a long rest. But if you have a small group of friends who routinely spend evenings together on Discord playing short burst fun games, all while spouting insane things back and forth to each other over the mic.
All right, everybody, group howl.
Then in my humble opinion, this game is a borderline mandatory pickup that you should at least think about squeezing into your group's game night rotation. If you've got a bunch of people, doing fun custom lobbies with the crew is always a good time, but for reasons unknown to me, the match-made lobbies are where I'm most addicted. You see, I come from a pretty PvP-heavy gaming background and get really competitive. Party Animals might be the most competitive, non-competitive game I've ever played. I've had more pop-off energy at the end of some Party Animals games than I've had in carrying some people to the Lighthouse in Destiny who had played the game for years and never got there. And when people in my lobby start getting a little saucy, I lean hella forward in the gaming chair with the determination of EVO Grand Finals contenders. Naturally, being a silly ragdoll party game, the majority of the matches ain't really that serious. As you'd expect, the game is filled with plenty of maps that are fairly volatile or straight up silly that result in less serious matches and just a lot of laughing. But there's also maps that are strangely very competitive. Maps where RNG takes a backseat and games are won not only by brawling, but better communication and overall team strategy. Matches can of course be heavily influenced by RNG in the form of weapon drops, some of which are just goofy, but others can heavily turn the tide of battle. Dare I say, if there were ever a large-scale Party Animals tournament, I'd at the very least consider entering, but would absolutely tune in and watch if it were streamed. I would unironically cheer and yell for my favorite players and streamers to win with the same gusto I have while watching competitive Smash Bros. Melee, which is a whole other rabbit hole. There are, very clearly, things in this game that would likely prevent it from being taken seriously as a competitive tournament level game, which at the end of the day is fine, because, I mean, well, just look at it. Party Animals obviously wasn't intended to be that kind of game to begin with, and that's fine. While part of me burns with desire for some kind of custom settings mode to allow players to crank up the sweat dial if they wanted to, I'm more than happy with Party Animals just being what it is. A low complication, high energy, hilarious party game that has dug its claws into me far deeper than I ever would have thought possible. And while I'm fairly sure that the game won't dethrone any of my most played titles, as I already have so many hours pumped into some of those games, it'd be a real challenge to catch up. Party Animals is a hard lock for most fun, no-grind game to play with the homies of the year, and arguably my most satisfying use of $20 ever. To those of you out there enjoying any of the massive high-budget Game of the Year contenders, I hope you continue having fun with whatever title you've been captivated by the most. I only ask that while you go ham in those grand-scale AAA masterpieces, that you just take one moment to pause and salute this small triumph of addictive silliness. I'll now leave you with one track from the game that has absolutely no business going this hard. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Everybody who just paid to keep us left up on the track.